Thank you guys for joining us. It's always an honor to represent Harvard University, and today is no different. Thank you to our awesome staff who have been putting on a show so far, and I hope you guys have enjoyed the various presentations. So my presentation is going to be called Faster Hands in 15 minutes. So I'm only going to be on here on the ones and twos for 15 minutes here, but I'm going to show you guys how to get faster hands. So if you guys have tuned into any of my previous goaltending presentations, this is one area that I've never talked about before in my entire career doing webinars and podcasts and interviews. I've never once talked about quick hands, which is ironic because it's a prerequisite for goaltending. You can't play goalie if you don't have quick hands. And I think that's why I never choose to talk about it, truthfully, because if you don't have them, you can't even get in the goal. So it's a prerequisite. It's something that you need, period. And here's 15 minutes of different exercises that can help you get going on this. So I'm going to share my screen for you here so you can see. Just start off with some saves from this season from our goalie. Just that highlights the necessity to have quick hands. Inside shots, quick reflexes. This is an awesome save versus Albany. A quick one-on-one, incredibly quick hands, getting low to high. But it's not just inside shots that you need quick hands for. Outside shots too. This one's off hip. Incredible save from our goaltender. Quick hands. This is the first face-off of the year. Right off the face-off, right down Main Street. Stick side low, great save with two hands. Another off-hip save. Great job, quick hands. How about stick side high? Yeah, quick hands there too. But what I really want to mention here and take the time to mention here is that unless you're balanced, your hands will never be as quick as they can be. Balance is an essential piece to having quick hands. So in the different hand-eye coordination drills that I'm going to present, I want you to notice that there's always going to be a balance component. Balance is essential in everything that I teach from the goaltender position. Toy soldier goaltending is something that I'm very passionate about, maintaining great balance between our legs and our feet, perfect weight distribution. Balance is a necessity because it allows our hands to be loose and to fire off quickly. Last quick highlight here before we dive into the drill segment, and this one's off high. This is a game-winning save, fourth quarter, about 2 minutes left. We call this winning time. We're up 10-9, off stick high, quick hands, great balance, and a great save. So balance is something I always have to focus on. It's essential for all goaltenders. Having great balance will allow our hands to be quick. And something else that I truly believe in is that every goalie should make every save with two hands, two-handed saves. I talk about that a lot with off-hip technique, driving both of our hands out and away from our body, off stick high, driving both of our hands up and out away from our body. Having balance, using two hands to make every single save, that's awesome. Now, let's work on getting quicker hands. So what's so awesome about what I'm going to present here is that these drills can work for someone who's never played goalie in their entire life in 4th or 5th grade, or in my case, preparing for a season in the Major League Lacrosse League for the Boston Cannons. These drills work the same for me too. So it doesn't matter your skill level at all. And what's even better, you can do this in quarantine. You can do this with one tennis ball, 2 tennis balls, or 3 tennis balls, as I'll show you throughout this drill segment. All you need is a wall, and all you need is a ball. And during quarantine, well, we have a lot of time to do stuff like that. So again, I want you to notice how everything will have a balance component, and we're going to be using both of our hands here. So let's just get started with these drills. One ball, right-handed. Stand about 5-10 yards away from the wall, and you're throwing the ball and you're catching it with one hand, right-handed. But what I really want you to notice is that I'm not letting the ball come back. I'm not receiving the ball. I'm going to get it. I'm always meeting the ball out and away from my body because that's what's replicating a save. Punching your hands out and away. Notice my stance, great weight distribution, equal weight between my feet. I have a pretty bumpy driveway there, but I'm still able to maintain good weight distribution. Right hand, one ball. Just throw it, catch it. Left hand, one ball. Notice my elbow is out and away from my body. I'm going to meet the ball out and away from my body. just like I would if I was in a goal. And this is making sure that we're getting good time with our right hand and our left hand. Even though I'm a right-handed goalie, I hate when I see goalies doing drills with one hand behind their back and they're just reaching with one hand. We always have two hands on our stick. We're always moving both of our hands to the ball. We should always work hand-eye coordination with both hands. I can't stand when I see goalies with a hand behind their back. We're not fencers. We're lacrosse players. We have two hands on our stick always. Left hand, one ball. So I'll do that right-handed. I'll do that left-handed. And then as you'll see here, I'll do that right-left. So alternating, throw it right-handed, throw it left-handed. Notice I'm not receiving the ball. My hands are always out and away from my body. Super simple. All you need is one lacrosse ball and one wall. You just stand still and you throw it. So now we'll bring the distance in a little bit and I'll do right-handed in close. This is really trying to get softer hands and really getting quicker hands. As you saw the goalie from Harvard in those clips previously making good saves in tight one-on-one. Well, this is a great way to practice those really quick twitch muscles, twitch reflexes. So right-handed in close, left-handed in close. How long do I go for these exercises? Anywhere from 30 seconds to a minute on each exercise. If you want to do it based on touches, get 100 touches with every single drill. That'll be a good workout for the day. Left-handed in close. And then we'll alternate left, right, in close as well. Just getting good, quick hands, soft hands, strengthening those muscles in our wrists and our forearms and our hands that allow us to really punch our punching muscles. And then I'll go through that entire progression again on one leg. So check this out. Right leg, one ball, right hand. Same thing. Notice my stance. My knee is pretty in line with my ankle. My hip is right above my knee. A nice balanced stance. And I'm going to catch the ball in front of my face. I really don't want to see letting the ball dictate your elbow backwards or your hand backwards. We really want to go punch our hands out, meet that ball out in front of your body. And with the way my garage door is finished, I got some pretty crazy bounces, which only made my hand-eye coordination that much more important. Right leg, one hand, left-handed. Notice both of my hands are out in front of me as if I was holding a stick. A good chance to alternate. Right, left, and now we'll switch over to my left leg. Same thing, right-handed, left-legged, meeting the ball out in front of me. I'll switch over to my left hand now with the other leg. Always meeting the ball out in front of me, always having both of my hands out and away from my body. Some pretty good hand-eye there, Coach Bergman, if I do say so myself. Left leg, right, left. Good alternating, and I'll do the same thing in close on one leg. Get quick touches right-handed, quick touches left-handed, alternating right-left on one leg. You can do this with your right leg. You can do this with your left leg. And it's just a great opportunity to strengthen your balance muscles. I talk about this in my presentations, your balance muscles, your ankles, your knees, and your hips. Those are the muscles you need to strengthen. And when you want to have great balance, those are the muscles that we require our goalies to focus on. Doing yoga is a great way to strengthen those muscles. That's my daily plug for yoga, which I seem to mandate in my presentations at this point. So now if you have two tennis balls, here's some work that you can do. And these are obviously a little bit more challenging because you're required to catch two tennis balls instead of one. So right-handed, two tennis balls. You're essentially juggling one after the other with the wall. So I'll try to slow this down and slow forward for you. And you can just see you're alternating, essentially coming underneath the ball. But notice how I'm not receiving the ball in towards my chest. I'm always making sure I'm going to meet the ball out and away from my body, just if I was punching my hands out and away to make a save. So you do two ball left-handed with equal weight distribution. Two ball right-handed on one leg. Again, my ankle, my knee, my hip are engaged. Two balls, one hand, one leg. Right-handed, left-handed. That's tough. This is hard. Luckily, I had some video editing software, so I can make myself look good, but this took me a couple tries out there on the old backyard. But I was able to make it look good for you guys. So after you go through your two ball, left leg, right-handed, left-handed, now it's time to incorporate a third tennis ball, three ball. Just a three ball juggle, standing on 2 feet, equal weight distribution, but notice how my hands are always out and away from my body. This is really important And as you continue to add more tennis balls, there's even more of a tendency to let your hands collapse into your chest. So here, my hands out and away, juggling. I learned this one from the movie Miracle. The goalie in Miracle did this before like the semifinal classic game. And I was like, wow, this is sick. I'm doing this. And that's how this one started. Do that on one leg, right leg, 3-ball juggle. Left leg, 3-ball juggle. Again, weight distribution, balance muscles, ankles, knees, hips, always catching the ball out away from my body. These are great exercises to work on hand-eye coordination. So that's all you need. You need 3 tennis balls and a wall. If you're fortunate enough to have a brother, a sister, an aunt, uncle, whatever, someone who's living with you to do partner wall ball, this is awesome. We do this drill with our goalies all the time. I was lucky to have Dr. Martin Bergman, my father, throwing the balls to me here. Legend. My dad has never played a day of lacrosse in his life, but still to this day strings all of my goalie sticks. So cool shout out, Dr. B. And shout out to my mom for filming this while my dad was tossing them to me. A family exercise. So again, you throw the ball off the wall, two-handed, 2 feet, balanced, out and away. You can catch this with one hand. You can catch this right-handed. You can catch this left-handed. You can catch this on one leg, right leg. You can catch this on one leg, left leg. Again, mix it up. One-legged, one hand, alternate legs, alternate which hand you're catching with. But what are we focusing on? Our balance and our hands being out and away from our bodies. So something that I care a lot about is mental toughness. I like to call it never rattled. So when you're doing these drills, you're going to drop the ball a lot and you're going to lose your balance. You're going to fall. You're going to be juggling and you're going to knock the 2 tennis balls against each other. Do not get rattled. Do not curse at yourself. Do not scream. Do not shrug your head. We don't want to see negative body language. You're going to make mistakes. This is a great opportunity and a great drill to develop mental toughness. When you make mistakes, when the tennis balls collide, when it hits a weird part of the wall and bounces to the left, and you don't have to announce to the world that it hit a bad part in the wall. No one cares. No one cares what happened. You didn't catch it. So move on to the next rep and stay mentally disciplined. I love this drill for mental toughness because every single goalie, regardless of their skill level, is going to make mistakes. They're going to drop the ball. They're going to lose their balance. This is a great drill to develop mental toughness. Do not ever show anyone that you're rattled. Never. So never, ever show negative emotion. This is a great drill for that. Yeah, Coach Burton, Jim Craig, that's him. Legend, total legend. No step needed with the over-the-shoulder catch. Yeah, so stepping to the ball is it's a conundrum because it's something that you always want to coach, stepping to the ball. But when I do hand-eye coordination drills, as such that I showed today, I do not like to step to the ball because I really like to focus on balance. So knees, ankles, hips, I really want to lock those muscles in so I can strengthen them. And it helps me to coordinate my hands with my balance. So for these drills, no, I do not like to step to the ball. I strictly like to do sitting still, standing still, balance. Again, for a lot of youth coaches here, which is awesome, a lot of you guys don't have the resources to focus on goalies during practice, and that's okay. So if you're looking for things to get them better, send them to the wall and give them 3 tennis balls. And if you have 15 minutes, well, I just showed you guys about 10, 15 different drills that you can do where you don't need any coaching, you don't need any equipment, and you don't need any experience. All you need is a wall and a couple tennis balls, and you always need to have mental toughness. So I hope you guys enjoyed that quick 15 minutes. Oh, I've got some questions here. Yeah, goalie is the most undercoached position. There's no doubt about that. But if you check out our YouTube channel, HLX1881, I've done a bunch of different drills on there for goalies that don't require coaches. So make sure you check out our YouTube channel. Another question here. I have my goalies do something fun and think outside the box for quick hands. Air hockey is one. Any suggestions? I couldn't agree more. I'm always a fan of using random things to work on quick hands. So a quick story for you. When I was in college, junior and senior year, I lived with my best friends and my teammates, and I would just keep tennis balls around and I would just throw them at them. And like before I would chuck the ball at them, I would just be like, hey, how are your hands? And I just chuck something at them and see if they could catch it. So little things like that are great. Playing football, go having a football pass with your friends, ping pong, anything that has hand-eye coordination is great for getting your hands quicker. I don't believe in video games. Absolute poison for our society. Video games does not make you have quicker hands. You can also use a partner instead of a wall if you have two goalies, which is a great point. So you can have catches between the two goalies. You can juggle between the goalies, which is awesome. Jim, Craig, and I, maybe someday we'll sign up together and do that. So yeah, that's it. That's my 15 minutes. Hopefully if you followed along, you'll have quicker hands than when you started. And next time you see me, if you want to throw something my way, I bet you I'll catch it. So have a great day. Thanks for joining us. And I'm going to send this over to Coach Byrne.